Hello everyone, this is Varun Grover, mentor at Career Launcher. Today I'm very happy to welcome Janani. Janani hails from Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu and she has studied at Delhi Public School in Coimbatore itself. She scored an impressive 95.2 percentage marks in her CBSE board examination and in the recently held CUT examination. She has delivered phenomenal performance by scoring perfect 100 percentile in psychology, 99.91 percentile in sociology, and above 98 percentile in English and political science. Because of this phenomenal performance, Janani has been able to secure admission in the iconic Lady Shri Ram College, famously known as LSR, for BA honors in political science. So, Janani, a very warm welcome to you and heartiest congratulations to you and to your entire family.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So Janani, tell us about your overall CUT preparation strategy. As आप जो हैं वो CBSE बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन के स्टूडेंट थे एंड हमें पता है कि जो CUT का सिलेबस है फॉर द सब्जेक्ट इट इज एज एग्जैक्टली इक्वल टू द board examination syllabus. So how did you prepare for both simultaneously? So what was your overall strategy for CUT examination?
सर देखा जाए तो क्यूएट एंड सीबीएसई के लिए थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस होना चाहिए बिकॉज सीबीएसई द पोर्शन इज फिक्स्ड इट इज ओनली सम चैप्टर्स बट क्यूएट में दे टेस्ट एवरीथिंग बॉक्सेस भी हैं सारे डेटा भी आते हैं सोशियोलॉजी जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स में आपका डेलीटेड पोर्शन है एंड इवन इन इंग्लिश यू हैव वोकैबुलरी व्हिच इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ सीबीएसई सिलेबस. So for CBSE, like board exam, I was mostly seeing my answer writing and like for some subjects, especially political science, I remember I had given you my answers and you had given me proper feedback on what points I missed. So I used to see all that. But then for QA, it is different because you don't have to write things yourself. You just have to focus on getting the correct information like an MCQ. So main thing is for both, one thing I kept in mind was I will complete the NCRT first and then I will either do questions for CBSE or I will do mock tests and MCQ for QED. And I would also watch recorded lectures that I had so that, I would be able to revise it well. And main thing is after I would prepare for my like NCRT and CBSE, I would also just like write some notes so that I was able to revise it well. And in case I got any questions wrong, for both things, I will just like note it down so that I can review it later.
Very, very good, Janani. So I would agree with you that as you were saying that yes, although syllabus or at least political science and history are exactly the same, but आपका strategy different होना चाहिए. I keep on telling the students during the classes कि how important the boxes are, how important the timeline are, and more specifically for the CUT examination, and you have emphasized on this point. So very good. So now tell me, Janani, earlier I was asking about a simultaneous preparation. So once your board examination gets over, then you get that 1 month का time. More specifically, that is exclusive for the CUT examination, जो एक महीने का time होता है. So वो एक महीने के time period में what changes you made? What were the tweakings you did in your preparation, specifically in that 1 month?
Sir, main was I would make more time for English because CBS में it was just one exam and it's over. But CUET में I have to study every day and vocabulary and all every single day I would try to learn different words and test myself. And every day, maybe 3 or 4 days in a week, I would try to do mock test also because you have to keep doing mocks with QET. Main difference is I had to start memorizing all the dates because even in CBSE, no subject, even in history, they don't ask you for dates, they only ask for chronology. लेकिन CUET में dates are very very important and chronology is also more important because political science में I had question about chronology also and dates are also very important. In every subject date is important. Even psychology में they might test you about when a particular theory was created. So dates are also something I gave more importance to. Boxes also I started giving more importance. And I would start listening to lectures and lectures can be जो भी MCQs हैं, I would focus on those also. So this was main changes that I made.
Okay, very good. So basically, again, you first of all, while preparing for the board examination, you covered all the bases, and then you worked upon that. जितना भी आपका boxes था, timelines थी, dates थी, जो usually, although it is important for board examination as well, but it is not that important as it is important for CUT examination. So then you
Yes, sir.
majorly focused on those aspects. So that is also good
Yes.
strategy. You covered all the dots. You are saying that in that 1 month, जो भी आपका preparation बचा था, you covered all the dots. Very good. So now tell me
Thank
one
you, sir.
thing about career launcher. More specifically about career launchers role. How career launchers coaching and mock test help you during your preparation? What specifically made the difference?
Sir, matlab, I think right before my boards ended, I came to know that we'll be having 1 month revision classes for all subjects. So that was kind of helpful. I used to join classes, and even if I had lecture, I would just watch it also later. Because these lectures were, I'll tell political science lectures, sir, because I remember those very well. आपने सिर्फ timeline दिया था और PPTs भी बहुत detailed थी. You even send the PPTs to us. So उसमें बहुत ही detailed timeline था, important topics for CUET था, and important questions भी आपने पूछे थे. And so those were very helpful. Even if I sometimes if I was sick, I would not attend class. But then after class, जब भी time मिले or after I'm completing one chapter, let's say bipolarity, so I would open the lecture का slide and I will see all the important dates you have given. तो ये वाले points you also helped me create my notes. Like पेज के साइड में sticky note लगा देती थी और क्या क्या dates हैं आपने दिए थे that I would write in my textbook for my own reference. So उसमें help किया. Mock test भी अच्छे थे sir. Like I think we had 40 mocks for the whole package. And कभी कभी like if I am tired or if I don't want to study, I will just open the mock test. टेक जितना भी हो सकते हैं, like 2-3 mocks आसानी से हो जाते हैं. सिर्फ 50 क्वेश्चन है ना, तो बैठ के कर सकते हैं. And then I will note कि कौन से चैप्टर में मेरा नहीं हुआ है. What is the problem that I have? Is it a date or is it something? And if I feel like okay ये इसमें ये question गलत है या ये solution गलत है, then I would ask you or I would ask other teachers कि ये कहाँ पे मेरी गलती है या उनकी गलती है. So and when you solve questions, आप तो खुद टेक्स्ट बुक के भी देख सकते हैं आफ्टर यू सॉल्विंग कि अच्छा इसमें ये सेम मैंने दिया है कि नहीं, टेक्स्ट बुक में क्या आंसर है, इसमें क्या आंसर है. बिकॉज क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट डायरेक्टली टेकन फ्रॉम टेक्स्ट बुक. उसमें कभी कभी वो कुछ इंटरप्रिटेशन का पार्ट भी आ जाता है. सो वी हैव टू कीप समथिंग फॉर रेफरेंस. तो उसमें तो टेक्स्ट भी हेल्प किया. एंड करियर लॉन्चर में भी हमें बुक्स दिए थे, एमसीक्यू वाले बुक्स थे सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के. तो वो भी बैठ के करती थी. आफ्टर एवरी चैप्टर उसमें 10-15 क्वेश्चंस आई वुड सिट एंड सॉल्व एवरीथिंग. And then I would actually ask my parents कि आप ना जो गलत है जो सही आप टिक करके दे दो, so that I can just see what is wrong and what is right in my preparations.
Great, great. I
Yes,
can also tell, I do remember अच्छे से that how many questions you were asking me. And
yes,
during the classes also, after the classes also, you were using the Telegram very properly and you asked many questions. So I can also tell that yes, throughout, and it was not only during that 1 month, it was throughout. Prior to the CUT examination, it was rather related to board related questions, the subjective ones, and once that got over, so you completely shifted to CUT and you started asking so many questions. I still remember ekdam अच्छे से.
sir. And आपके भी even in the Telegram group you would send around 40-50 questions daily. So I would solve everything. जो भी मेरा गलत आता था, I would save that and then I would revisit that later. कि right before maybe if I'm revising, I will just check कि मैंने कहाँ गलती की है, maybe note it down. So that was also very helpful, sir. आपने हर chapter के लिए भी दिया था, apart from the other resources.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Janani. Yeah. So Janani coming all the way from Coimbatore and securing admission, that also in the iconic LSR for Pol Science Honors, it's a remarkable achievement. So tell me one
Yes.
thing, in your whole CUET journey, was there any moment where you doubted yourself? Was there any low point? And if there was any, how did you pull yourself back?
सर आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी नेचुरल फॉर एवरीवन्स प्रिपरेशन के टाइम में. एक ऐसा पॉइंट्स आते हैं, कभी कभी आते जाते हैं, यू डोंट नो व्हेन इट विल एंड. बट आई हैड माय ओन मोमेंट्स वेयर आई वुड फील लाइक विल आई एक्चुअली मेक इट टू माय ड्रीम कॉलेज. एंड आई वुड मुझे याद है आई वुड डाउनलोड लास्ट ईयर का कट ऑफ एंड मैं जाके कंपेयर करके देखी कि अच्छा मेरा कितना आएगा या नहीं. So I think one thing I kept in mind is instead of wasting my time worrying, it's not exactly wasting, but that's also a feeling that we have. So just have to put it aside and then start preparing on our own, because if we keep worrying तो कुछ होने नहीं वाला है, हमें भी prepare करना पड़ेगा. And another way I overcame is मेरे parents के support से and friends सब थे, so I would always talk about it. Because this is something that happens to everyone. So I would tell my feelings and share it with everyone. Maybe I would also use it कि अच्छा ऐसा कुछ हुआ है तो ठीक है, कोई नहीं है अभी, just something that I'm just feeding, ना, it's just a temporary thing, तो ये ठीक हो जाएगा. So I would use it as अच्छा मुझे worry हो रहा है तो I need to solve that worry by preparing. तो ऐसे ही करती थी sir. Main thing is I would only worry about reaching cutoff because every year the cutoff always increases. And after seeing last year's cutoff, after giving my exams, I was actually very worried if I would actually reach the cutoff because once you're done with the exam, you cannot do anything about it, right? So normalization bhi hua tha. So yes, sir. I think that's just how you have to get through it.
So you have answered this question in multiple parts. First of all, you said that yes, sir, I was facing the issues, but at the same time, rather than dwelling upon those, I was talking to myself that मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I should
Hmm.
prepare. That is the only solution. Another thing, you are also taking help from your parents. Here, family plays a very, very important role. They
Yes,
pulls
sir.
you up, they motivate you. You have always someone to talk to. So again, very good answer, very practical points you have spoken. So now, Janani, you have gotten into your dream college. That is LSR. You
Ye-
wanted to go there only. That also for BA Political Science honors. So now tell me one
Yes,
thing.
sir.
What about those future aspirants who are looking up to you? They also want to get into such premier colleges such as LSR, such as Hindu, such as Miranda, okay, and such as other good colleges or other colleges in Delhi University. So, what one piece of advice you have for the future aspirants who are looking up to you? Something you genuinely wish you had known from the very beginning.
सर कि सीबीएसई का प्रिपरेशन थरो कर लो देन आफ्टर दैट क्यूएट का प्रिपरेशन इज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज यू ओनली हैव टू रिमेंबर ऑल द फैक्चुअल थिंग्स एंड अनदर थिंग इज डू एज मेनी मॉक्स एज यू कैन एज मेनी एमसीक्यूज एज यू कैन बिकॉज सीयूईटी जैसे एग्जाम में learning is not the only thing, it's also to revise and to solve questions. So we only think कि मैथ्स जैसे सब्जेक्ट में हमें सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा लेकिन ह्यूमैनिटीज हमारे सब्जेक्ट में भी कई सारा सॉल्व करना पड़ता है ताकि वो अंदर जाके बैठ जाए. एक और issue I had was कि for CBSE I would understand all the content and I would write it there. लेकिन for QET it is रट्टा पूरा का पूरा रट्टा मारना पड़ेगा. You have to do rote memorization. So that is something I kind of came to know a bit late. So it affected a bit of my performance, I would say, because instead of actually memorizing it, I was not doing that. I was actually trying to understand everything एक एक करके. It did help me, but वो एक बात है. And especially जो humanities subjects के बच्चे हैं like me, I would suggest कि try to find out as many resources as you can because हमारे subjects के लिए ज़्यादा resources होते नहीं है, मिलते नहीं आसानी से. तो जितना हो सके तुम ढूंढ लो और उसका यूज कर लो. हाँ सर वही ज्यादा नहीं बस इतना ही एडवाइस है.
Again, effective one. I can add one point. This is in regard not for CUT but for CBSE board examination. I still remember you were one amongst those students who were working upon the feedback that I have given to them. I still
Yes sir.
remember how much you have worked upon your feedback and ultimately scoring very good in the board examination as well. So that is also very
Yes sir.
important कि आपको feedback पे भी काम करना चाहिए. What the teachers are saying, what you yourself is also feeling, you should work upon that. So
Exactly.
again, thank you. So Janani, this was it. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today from Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu to LSR. We are so proud of you and we know this is just the beginning. All the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you sir. Thank you.